everybody. We're back here with Democratic nominee for the governor of Texas, Beto O'Rourke. Mr. O'Rourke, we planned to have you on back in May originally, but then the tragic shooting happened in Uvalde, and I'm sorry for the tragedy for your state, all the tragedies, all the gun tragedies that happened in your state recently. Tomorrow marks 1 month since that terrible day. How are the residents of Texas processing the horror of this event?
It's tough, and for no one more so than the people of Uvalde and those parents. I talked to a mom yesterday, and she said, Beto, I am living in a hell right now. But I want to do something so that no mom ever goes through this or feels the way that I do. I want to speak out. I mean, she said, I've never been politically involved before. I don't even know what to do. But if there's something I can do, if I can lend my voice to something, please tell me. And I want to do. I want to stop this. I mean, Uvalde, El Paso, where we lost 23 people, they were taken from us in 2019. Santa Fe High School, another horrific school shooting in Texas. We've got to stop this. And the people of Texas do want to stop this. And they're willing to do the work. And as you know, not everyone's going to agree on everything all the time, but there's a lot of common ground on this. Universal background checks, where everyone who wants to purchase a gun has some kind of review so that if they're going to be a danger to themselves or to someone else, we can stop them before it's too late. A red flag law where someone says, listen, I want to harm myself or I want to go into my school and harm other people. Well, if they have a firearm in the house, with due process, we remove that firearm until they can get better to save lives in the process. Safe storage laws. So my friend Rhonda Hart, who lost her daughter in Santa Fe High School, her daughter Kimberly, she's a gun owner, she's an Army veteran, she's a school bus driver, or she was at the time in the school district where her daughter was killed. She said, we lock our guns up at home and it's safe, and I've got kids in the house, and it just makes common sense. Let's make sure that everyone does that. Now, on those three things, on that much, we can agree. And so let's move forward on that. But with the people in power right now who are beholden to the NRA, and you may have seen this, Greg Abbot, tapes a message for the NRA convention that's held in Houston, Texas, 3 days after the shooting in Uvalde, paying tribute to them while trying to somehow make us believe that he's going to do something different, even though he hasn't after any one of these mass shootings. In fact, he signed a bill last year called permitless carry that now allows anyone to carry a firearm loaded on our streets without any background check, any review, any training whatsoever.
What is the possible benefit for him there politically?
The NRA, the extreme fringe of the right wing of his party. But I'll tell you, police officers, sheriff's deputies across the state of Texas begged him not to do this. They said, Mr. Governor, with all due respect, over the last 5 years, 38,000 times people asked for a license to carry a firearm, and they were denied because they had a criminal history. They had beaten their wives. They had tried to kill themselves, and we didn't think it was smart for them to be armed. Now, all 38,000 of them have guns, and tens of thousands more who knew better than to ever apply for a license to carry because they never would have passed the background check. They are free to do that. In Texas, more cops have been gunned down than in any other state. We've seen a predictable spike in gun violence. And our governor and our government in Texas has done nothing except make it easier for the wrong kind of people to have these firearms. But I tell you again, to try to be optimistic, and I am, the people of Texas aren't reflected in those decisions. And I'm talking Republicans and gun owners. I was in Hondo, Texas, the town next to Uvalde. Met a guy, he's watering his lawn. We waved at each other. He said, I recognize you. And I said, sir, I'm so sorry for what's happening in your community right now. He's wearing a Confederate battle flag cap. He says, I've got 7 guns in the house. But you know what? I've got a junior at Hondo High School right now, and I'm really worried about that guy. We got to do something better. There's common ground between us. We just have to go out there and find it and commit ourselves to it and get something done. That's what those parents in Uvalde want us to do, and we better do it for them.
Those who don't want any change are hoping that people will forget.
That's right.
That you just move on and you forget. The way, people, Abbott wants people to forget about all the gun tragedies that came up to Uvalde that he could have done something about. Will people remember Uvalde?
We will. I'll tell you what, I was there the day after the shooting, and I met the parents of this beautiful girl named Alithia, who had been killed the day before. Her 10th birthday party balloons are still clinging to the ceiling. She's an extraordinary artist. Her art is all over the walls. And her parents wanted me, they want all of you to know that Alithia lived and that she had an extraordinary career as this creative talent in front of her. And she leaves such a legacy already, only 10 years on this planet. And they want us to know that she lived. They don't want her death to be in vain. They don't want any parent to feel what they're feeling right now. They want us to do something about it. They want action. It's the way that we felt in El Paso after our mass shooting in August of 2019. And the people of Texas are not just demanding it, they don't just want it, they're working for it. And I'll tell you, those people who are on the doors right now asking their friends and neighbors and family members to vote on November 8th in this election, they say, hey, your kid's life is on the ballot. Your reproductive rights are on the ballot. Your ability to marry the person that you love, that's all on the ballot right now. This is not R's and D's. This is America. This is democracy. These are our lives that we are voting for right now. And so I do think that good is ultimately going to prevail. We can't count on it. We can't just hope that it happens. This is a democracy. It's not a spectator deal. It's all of us in all the time until we get this done. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Beto O'Rourke, everybody. He's running for governor of Texas. We'll be right back with Station 11's Matilda Lawler.